Nice. Okay. Let's go. Yeah. Yeah, we sure. I'm sure anyway. I'm totally sure. I am sure I want to start streaming this event. Yes, I am. What's going on, everybody? This is Akira the Dawn. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Christmas. It's Christmas in Dawn Studios. It's Christmas in Los Angeles. And don't forget to mark your clout non-fragile. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. This is the #1 stream if you want some clout in your life. Guess why? I'm Akira the Dawn. Guess what we know about Akira the Dawn? You're correct. He does indeed have clout. Merry Cloutmas, one and all. Merry Cloutmas, Heimdall's Gate. Who said Merry Cloutmas, Akira? Just now in the chat. I'm quoting him. Was cracking fellow cloutists, said Heimdall's Gate also. He was first in the chat. Yeah. No, he wasn't first in the chat. Oh my god, Elastic Retreat was first in the chat. What up, Elastic Retreat? What up, Brutalitops27? What up, Odin Tex? What up, Mexican Jumping Bean? Oh shit. Hey man, what's going on, everybody? What's going on? It's well, what is it? It's Thursday. What does that mean? That means it's Ask Akira. Even at Christmas time. Even at Christmas time, ladies and gentlemen, it's always Ask Akira on a Thursday. And apologies for being half an hour late. I was in an Uber. And yeah, there you go. I was DJing last night. It was really good. It was really good. It was my first post-Christmas gig. I had 2 days off. I literally had 2 whole days off. 2 days in which I was not really doing much work at all, frankly. I maybe I did a couple tweets. Is that it? Is that all I did? It feels that way. And it was pretty cool. But it's really amazing how quickly the human acclimatizes to a new situation. I spent 2 days hanging out with my family and sort of being rather relaxed. And like my body almost shut down, I think my body almost shut down. It almost shut down. I was DJing last night. I was DJing for 4 hours. My legs started going into like crazy spasm mode or something after 2 hours. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is not what we do. We do not stand up for this long. We sit on a sofa and watch endless Jurassic Park movies. Because that's what I've been used to for 2 days, man. Two days I've been used to that. I've always said this, but the human being is an incredible, incredible creature. And the human being's #1 superpower, I believe, is its ability to acclimatize to any situation it is thrust into pretty much immediately. If there was a zombie apocalypse today, we'd all be dealing with like the New Order and acting as if it was completely normal by Saturday. We totally would. That's what we do. That's what we've always done. That's why we're #1, baby. That's why we're #1 on planet Earth. And don't you be talking to me about dolphins or whatever. They don't got thumbs. I don't care how smart you think a dolphin is. That motherfucker is not taking us to Mars. Yo. Alright, shouts out to the dolphins though. I appreciate the dolphins. And yo, maybe they're doing some stuff we don't know about. That's possible. There's all sorts of crazy stuff that could be going on underneath the waves, underneath the sky, underneath the clouds. Elon Musk talks about up above the clouds, but what about below the clouds? What about below the ocean? Do you know how much of the earth is ocean, brothers and sisters? Most of it. Do you know how I know that? Because Hercules watches these flipping documentaries all the time. Yo, have a child. You learn so much. All this stuff I'd forgotten. All this stuff that got left behind at school. And I pushed out of my head to make way for useful information. Like, you know, how to get a night bus or whatever. You know, like, it's all coming back, man. He watches Storybots. He's learning so much from that thing. It's crazy. He's just singing songs about the planets all the time. I'm like, yo, dude, you're missing a planet. What about Pluto? He's like, what about Pluto, Dad? What's Pluto? I'm like, yo, that was a planet in my day. That was a planet. It ain't a planet anymore. They be hating on Pluto. What the hell? What the hell? Yo, anyway. What's cracking? Yeah. It's Ask Akira. How you feeling? How you feeling? YouTube Hero Alex is here. Says, damn, didn't get the notification from YT till now. But that's okay. It's only 4 minutes since we started. We started 4 minutes ago. 4 minutes. We're 4 minutes into this legendary broadcast, the final broadcast of 2018. A year that will certainly go down as the greatest year of all time. Easy. Easy, the greatest year of all time. There has not been a better year to be alive on planet Earth as a human being than this one. This one, 2018, which isn't even done yet. I mean, all the amazing things that have happened this year, there might be some more. There's still, how many days? 3, 4? There's a couple. There's a couple of days left, brothers and sisters. It might be, God knows what could happen. God knows what could happen. We're in Steam time. We're in the time of Steam. I talk about this a lot, in case you weren't aware. Steam theory is a thing that I heard about from evil British wizard Alan Moore, who spoke about how there was a period in time when man had invented nothing, and then he picked up a rock and beat a fellow man around the head, and lo, he had invented a weapon. Hey, nice one, good work. And the amount of time it took for him to, let's say, invent the baths, the Rome baths, the baths of Rome, right? The amount of inventions in that time, right? How long did it take to make as many inventions? Well, it sort of doubled the amount of time, and it keeps compacting like so till you get to 1960. And in 1960, between 1960 and 1970, human information and inventions, more is invented in those 10 years than, well, the same amount is invented in those 10 years as in the previous all of human history. And then it keeps compacting, it keeps compacting. In, I don't know, what was this, 1993? Alan Moore was predicting that by 2013, we would reach a period where we went from a fluid culture to that of steam, because more would be invented within 1 minute than in all of previous history. So then you go from a trickling river to a steam, to a kettle that's going whoop, whoop, whoop. And that's what we're in right now, brothers and sisters. It's steam season right now, because any given point, someone could be inventing an app right at this second which radically shifts the course of human history, and we have no way of predicting it. We have no way of stopping it. We have no way of bottling. There's no way of what do you call it when you put a stopper back in a bottle? Well, we can't do that. Whatever that's called, we can't do it. It can't be done. We're in steam time, baby. It's crazy out here. We've got 3-4 days left of 2018, and some 12-year-old could be about to drop something on the App Store that changes everything. And guess what? I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready, ladies and gentlemen. And Instagram isn't working. Oh well. The sound of the video is cutting out. Oh, great. Nice, thanks. Oh, my wife's just sent me a message saying the same thing. Well, that's good to know. That's wonderful to know. Yeah, I don't really know what to do about that. Anyway, maybe someone will invent an app that makes the internet work properly, since it just really doesn't seem to these days. I feel the internet's getting worse. Lots of things in life are getting better, but internet seems to be getting a bit worse. I don't know if it's because just there's too many people on it. I don't know if it's because the telephone companies aren't putting their goddamn willies in, aren't getting to work like they should be. Whatever. I don't know. Anyway, we're here. Hardcore buffering moments. How are we doing now, ladies and gentlemen? Are we doing any better? Are we doing any better? Let me switch off over here. Dropbox is off. We've got nothing running that's taking up anything, do we? Audio okay, but video is stop motion. Good. Yeah, I would say good. Alright, if we're having trouble with this stream, then I would say good. If the video is stuttering, well, good. It gives you a chance to witness my lovely face. And just look at it, paused. Nice. Nice. Anyway, it'll probably start working. That's what usually happens. It just sort of starts working again. Anyway, well, that derailed me. I was derailed. I was in the middle of a fine flow, but I was derailed. But never mind that. Anyway, guess what? I put an album out this morning. Yeah, where's my applause button? Bro. Yes, I got back from the club. I got back from the club at 2:30 after performing a Homerian 4-hour DJ set. I got back from the club and shit, fuck it. I said, let's drop an album. Boom! Didn't even give you a premiere. Yo, you didn't get to hang out together as a premiere for it. Because sometimes it's good to just sneak things out and give you a surprise. So yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Dropped an album. It's called Lo-Fi Beats. It's called Lo-Fi Beats, brothers and sisters. And it's a collection of lo-fi beats made by me. And actually, a version of this album, because some of you will have noticed this, so I should let you know what's going on. A version of this album that was very, very similar was released about a month ago, and it was called Sourcewave Radio Volume 1. And it was in the shops for like a day, then it disappeared. Pum, pum, pum. God, wife, what now? I was in the middle of talking. Oh no, better now. Thank you, darling. Love you. Okay. Anyway, yes, it was out for like a day, and then it disappeared, and then a bunch of you were like, what happened to that album? Where did it go? Where did it go? Anyway, it went. And now it's kind of returned with a different name and a different sleeve and a slightly different mix and a slightly different track listing on the YouTube version. Yes, it has. Guess why? Guess why? Well, one, there was a slight mistake in the original Sourcewave Radio Volume 1. I was working so hard and so fast and not paying enough attention. And one of the songs was the same audio file twice. Oh my god, terrible. Imagine a professional operation such as this releasing such things into the world. That would never have happened in the 80s when everything came out on cassette and vinyl and stuff, because you'd have checked everything fucking 500 times to make sure it was all perfect. Different time. However, you wouldn't have had any of what I'm doing because it wouldn't have been possible. So, you know, it's a double-edged sword, all this newness. We get to do these incredible streams, which means you get to see me in all my sort of velvet-suited glory. But also you have to suffer occasional choppy internet and 30-minute late starting times. Anyway, so why have we released? Why did we re-release, essentially, a briefly released album with a completely different title and completely different artwork and stuff? Well, it's because I'm trying to be smarter. I'm not trying to be. I am being smarter here in the future. And here's the thing I realized with the Lo-Fi Christmas project. Because it was called Lo-Fi Christmas, way more people heard it than hear a lot of my instrumental music normally. Because people were just literally typing Lo-Fi Christmas into YouTube and Spotify because they wanted to find some Lo-Fi Christmas music. And guess what? They found my album! Oh! They did. It was a very, very popular release. It was, yeah, it was very, very popular. Like, we did like 100,000 streams on Spotify, I think it was, and like 200,000 combined on YouTube or something like that. So anyway, I was like, well, shit. I should probably just call my collections of lo-fi beats Lo-Fi Beats. Then people who are looking for lo-fi beats will find Lo-Fi Beats. Ta-da! So that's why, brothers and sisters. That's why it's me being smart and trying to reach as many people as possible. Because we're not out here trying to be niche. We're not out here trying to be like super underground, and if anybody else likes it, it's a bonus. I'm not doing all this work. I'm not putting all my fucking heart and soul and blood, sweat and tears and glory and wonder and the fucking combined work of my entire life into this stuff so that like a couple people can hear it, and if they do, then groovy. No! 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 We're out here trying to change the world, baby. We're out here trying to create the ultimate soundtrack for your life. We're trying to create that ultimate soundtrack for your best life. And when I mean you, and definitely you. Definitely you. By the way, you look lovely today. So there, that's what's up. Anyway, Lo-Fi Beats, the album, is volume 1 of a series. There's going to be lots of them, because guess what? I work my dick off. I'm making loads of amazing music. And that's it. So you're going to be getting loads of amazing music. 2019 is going to be, guess what? Even better than 2018. I am gassed. I am so gassed. Hey. I forgot to do that. Yo, punch the chest. Bang the chest. Because guess what, right? I was ill, man. I've been ill. And I wasn't ready to go back to work, but I did. Guess what I did? And, you know, I could have easily stayed in bed today and gone, do you know what? Fuck a live stream. I'm ill. I'm staying in bed. No! That's not how we get down, baby. That's not how we get down. Because guess what? Here's the thing. right? People do this time of year. This time of year, it's real easy to get just in the chocolate box. You know what I mean? Just get lost in that chocolate box and just go, do you know what? Fuck it, it's Christmas. I'm staying on the couch. It's real easy to stay on the couch and eat chocolate for like 2 weeks. You can easily do that. Like a couple days can become 2 weeks. Boom. And then guess what? Guess what? Then you have to work your dick off till March, right, to get back to where you were in November. That's what happened, and it seems to be what happens to like most people every year. Every year, you work, you build momentum. Then you go, I can take the brakes off now, and then you collapse, and then you lose all your momentum. You get fat. You fuck yourself, and then you have to spend months unfucking yourself. Months. Then so around March, maybe you've got back to where you were in November, and then you're like, right, let's get in, let's get it in, and then you get your momentum going again, and then you fuck it all up again. What? Yo, why? Yo, there is no cosmic law that says this must be so. There's nothing in the Bible that says this must be so. Moses did not bring down a tablet from the top of Mount Rushmore or whatever the fuck it was that said you must sit your ass on the sofa for all of winter and destroy all of the good work you built up until this point. No, he didn't. Actually, I'm pretty sure he said he brought down a tablet that said, thou must not spoil thy momentum. And if he didn't, he should have. Because, yeah, that shit's important. Anyway. Is the internet gone again? Has that what's happened? Or maybe not. Anyway, fuck, I don't know. Where are we? Oh, Jesus Christ. Once again, being derailed by technology. Whatever, okay? So, yeah, so that's what's up, right? So that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. Momentum must not be derailed. Not too much, anyway. And here's the thing, right? It is way harder to restart, right, than it is to keep going. And it may feel sometimes like keeping going is hard. Sometimes it feels you're just like, oh man, it's too much, I'm tired, I need to stop or whatever, right? It's way harder to start again than it is to keep going. So there. Anyway, how is everybody? How is everybody? What up, YouTube hero Alex? Merry Christmas, my friend. What up, Synapsian, you bad motherfucker? What up, James Atkins? James Atkins says, can we rap over your lo-fi beats, Akira? You can rap over whatever you like, babe. Like, you can bang on the table and rap over that. I ain't stopping nobody rapping over nothing. Hell no. You can rap over everything. Now, if you want to release that stuff, that's a different matter. You want to be crediting me. You want to be sending me a message and saying, yo, what do you... But yeah, you rap, man. Rap, motherfucker. Rap. Brutalitops 27. Talking about the crappy-ass internet. I don't know if it's still crappy or whatever. Says... it's used more now by everyone, so bad internet is being noticed more and more. Bad internet also keeps changing on what means bad internet compared to dial-up or at light speed. Speak for yourself, man. I am not on light speed over here. Do you know where else, right? Internet is really bad in the UK. Like, I tried to talk to my mum at Christmas. It's just impossible. It's impossible. Internet in the UK is dreadful, and I actually saw a chart recently of, like, global internet, and the UK is at the bottom. South Korea's at the top, obviously, because they're banging, and America's pretty close to the bottom too. So yeah, we're slacking. And personally, I think this is deliberate on the part of the powers that be, just trying to hang on to what little remains of their influence for as long as possible before the inevitable. Before the inevitable happens. So there. Anyway, how is everybody? What's going on? What's going on? Heimedel's Gate said it dropped for a bit. That's what she said. Ashley111 says, I took a one-day break and I was going crazy. Back at it now. Proud of you. Proud of you. Yeah. Blessed and Bearded says, for your information, bro. It's Mount Sinai. Oh, okay. Thanks. Thanks for that. Mount Sinai. So that's where Moses got the tablet that says, thou shalt not fuck up thy momentum. And that's nice. Hey, where is everybody, by the way? We have a ritual we haven't done yet. Where is everybody? Let me know where you are. Let me know where you are, guys. Liberty Snake Bear says, did Hercules like his Mikey and the Dragons book? My son and brother loved theirs. Well, that's nice. We haven't read it yet. I might read it him tonight. Might read him tonight. He had a lot of presents to go through. My God, he was so excited. I don't know if any of you saw my Instagram. I think I posted it on Instagram. The day before Christmas, Hercules got so excited. It was so crazy. I've never really seen anything like this. He got so excited. We just watched the best Christmas movie of all time. You know what that is, right? No, it's not Die Hard. That's a good movie. No, it's not Home Alone. That's a good movie. That's close. Inimitable Man tweeted me thinking it was Home Alone. Ding dong, you're wrong, homie. No, it's the Griswolds Family Christmas. Christmas Vacation. National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Christmas, na, na, na. Anyway, yeah, that's what it was. And that's the best movie of all time. And me and Hercules watched that. It was dope. Charlotte watched it too, a bit of it. She was running around doing Christmas preparation. And Hercules, just at the end, he just sat up and burst into tears as if, like, something really horrible had happened. I'm like, Hercules, what's wrong? What's wrong? Dad, I'm just so excited. It's Christmas. I'm so excited. I love you, Dad. So, holy shit, man. The purity, the joy. He was so excited. He had like 12 presents. He was so gassed. They're all mine. Oh my God. He was so excited. It was a beautiful thing. So yeah, he got a bunch of presents, and he's been working his way through those. He got a bunch of books. He got Lego DC Supervillains. He got a little puppy. He wanted a real puppy. He got a little toy puppy. What else he get? Got some games. He got some toys. He got a little Dragon Ball Z guy. He got a bunch of stuff, man. He's a lucky boy. He's a very happy boy. And it's his birthday in a week. And here's the thing. You'd be like, oh, man, a kid has his birthday close to Christmas. That's harsh, right? It's like, it's harsh for the parents. You got to fork out all this money all at once. And it's like harsh for the kid because you go a whole year without a big celebration. But it's kind of dope for the kid, right? Because you know what, when you're like, got no more presents on Christmas, and like, shit, that's it, I got no more presents. The best thing about presents at Christmas is opening them. It's the opening bit. That's the dopest bit. That's the most exciting bit. Like, I would rather have like 50 little presents than like one really big one. Even if the 50 weren't as valuable as the really big one or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, the act of opening is dope. But like Hercules, you'd be like, oh, there's no more presents. And it's like, yeah, but guess what? It's your birthday in a week. Oh, shit! So he just gets to live in a state of ultra excitement for like a month or 2 months. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. 420. I saw your YouTube story with Hercules being so excited. It was priceless. Oh, so wonderful. Right? Right. Brutalitops27 says, Christmas Vacation is the best. My family and I watch it every Christmas. Is that kind of ritual? That's what we do, Brutalitops27. That's exactly what the Don family does. By the way, I'm glad you all enjoyed the Don family Ask Akira podcast thing last week. That was really nice. It was a really great reaction to that. People seem to really dig it. And so that was nice. And yeah, members of the Don family will return on the podcast. I think Mama Don's going to come back. We'll have an episode with just me and Mama Don. And maybe Hercules will come back and it'll be just me and Hercules. And then maybe we'll all come back again. And hey, maybe we should just do a whole podcast that's all three of us all the time. A regular family podcast. Ooh, I just thought of that. Ooh, that might be good. Ooh. Ooh. Shabba. Hey, Billy Hunter says, hey bro, I'm in Barry and my internet does suck. Lol. Sucks for you, baby. I'm sad for you. Yeah. Anyway, where is everybody? We've got this thing to do. Oh yeah, you started telling me. Hey yo, thank you Amav Bansal for the super chat. 40 something. 40 something with a weird little squiggle. I don't know what that means, but I'm thankful. I'm grateful. Had an awesome year. Here's to 2019. Damn straight, baby. Damn straight. All right, yo. Where you at? 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 Brutalitas 27, Louisville, Kentucky. That's where Hunter S. Thompson went to school. That's where Hunter S. Thompson was a naughty young man. Ran around causing trouble. Gas. 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 Yeah, nice. Nice. Heimdall's Gate is in Alabama. Of course you are. Sweet home Alabama. Nice. Nice. Brutalitops is in Florida. Gas. Shouts out to Florida. I got back from the club yesterday. And aside from releasing an album at 2:30 in the morning, I also played a bit of Red Dead Redemption. And I was just hunting for some birds, right? Just some birds. Just hunting some specific birds. I was looking for an exotic bird with a nice plumage, a rusty red plumage. And I was trying to shoot these goddamn birds, and alligators kept biting my legs. But I stole some of their eggs, so now we're equal. How about that? Shouts out to Florida. The reason I mentioned that is because the first place I went to in America was Miami, and then I went on a little road trip to Florida, and I hugged a baby alligator, baby. I hugged a baby alligator, and I went on a hoverboard down a swamp. Hoverboat, sorry, hoverboard down a swamp. That would have been great, huh? And I'll never forget it, man. They had trees and they were upside down. They got fucking upside down trees in Florida, man. What a world. It was like an alien planet. Like the roots were going into, they were upside down. There was like these weird bushes just floating around on the water with their roots going up into the air because the air's so moist. Oh. And they got these little fluorescent orange locusts. And baby dinosaurs, man. Tiny little lizard things that just look like dinosaurs hopping around the place. Magical. Anyway, shouts to Grover Beach. Matt Allison's in Grover Beach. Big the fuck up. Craig King's in Washington State. Gas. Brutalitops in Florida. We knew that already. 420 Iron Firehouse is in a little north of Toronto. I got to get out to Canada, man. Why haven't I been to Canada yet? Odin, Texas in North Minnesota on vacation. Yo, that's a great place for a Christmas vacation, man. Yo, nice and snowy. Teresa the Kids in Loveland, Colorado. Bless your soul. Liberty Snake Bears in Die Hard. That isn't a place. That isn't a place. Synapsian's in the heart of Texas. Do you know what, though? Do you know why? Sarah Combs. Hello, Sarah Combs, who found me because of Comic Book Girl 19. Shouts out to her. She's given me a schedule for availability for recording June Wave Messiah. Yeah, I need to get back to her on that. Good, thank you for reminding me. Anyway, you know what time it is. It's time for the International High Five. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Ready your hand. Ready your palm. Ready your whole fucking... this thing, what you call it, an arm. Get that ready. Remember to look in the eye but aim for the elbow when you're doing the high five for a proper high five. That's the important thing. Let's get this shit together. International high five. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! Yes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Yes, so there you go. There you go. That was an international high five. I do need to check out Canada. Yes, I do. Synapsian says, those are cypress trees. Are they? Oh, thanks. Thanks for that information. Yo. And thank you, Jeremy Homewood, who just sent me a message saying, we all love and respect what you've achieved, Akira. You are world-class, brother. Fantastic. Hey, bless you. Nice. 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 By the way, do you like my camera angle today? It's just where the camera was. And I like it. It's like slightly off. It's slightly off. I like that slightly off. Anyway, so yeah, we got some questions to answer. What with it being Ask Akira, I'll answer a little one now, and then I'll talk about what I wanted to talk about this week, and then we'll answer some more. How about that? And feel free to leave some questions in the chat. Charlotte, darling, if you're watching this, if you see any good questions, take a note of them and text them to me, please. I would appreciate that. Okay, Riku Morwing, what would you like the next JBP album theme to be? Well, what I would like it to be, I already know what it is, baby. I wouldn't like it to be anything. I know what it is. But the next JBP project is JBP Wave 7. Yeah! Yeah! That's coming very soon. Very, very soon. 2019. We're hitting 2019 like a goddamn nuke! Do you know what year it is? It's 2019. Do you know what year that's before? 2020. Do you know what happened in 2020? Do you know what happened in 2020? Right? Akira, the movie, happened in 2020. The Olympic Games were in Tokyo. Tokyo 2020. Well, Neo Tokyo. Guess where the Olympic Games are? In our reality. In 2020. That's right. They're in Tokyo. Boom. Guess who's going to be there? Boom. Me. I don't know how. I don't know why. I do know why. Because it's destiny. But the Don family is going to be in Tokyo in 2020. I don't know, at some point. We're going to be there, man, because guess what? We were at the Olympics, the last Olympics. Was it the last one? Or the previous? The fuck, it was the previous. Anyway, we were at the London Olympics. The Zion 2012 Olympics. That was an important Olympics. It was 2012. That was a deep year. That was an important year. And we were there right in the heart of it. They literally built the Olympics on our doorstep. We lived in basically a swamp. It was like the last bit of London that had been built on. Nothing, it was like they'd saved it because they'd built on everything else. Everything else had been turned into stuff. And we were in Hackney Wick. And we found a little kebab shop with a flat above it. It was quite magical. We were looking for somewhere to live. I remember we were walking around and then we would look at all these places and they all sucked. And we found this place. And it was like it was in the middle of nowhere somehow. It was like just there was some some factories around it or whatever. It was just like, why is there even a kebab shop here? Who's even here to go to this goddamn kebab shop? And there was a nice flat above it. And we found it. And somehow we could afford it. It was weird. We didn't have any money, really. Not much money. But somehow we could afford that flat. We found our mattress behind the bins outside it. Oh, it was a magical time. It was a magical time. And that's where Hercules was born. He was born in that flat. In that flat. On the floor. In that flat. He was born. Charlotte was hanging on to me. Screaming away. Pushing a child out of her. Which is a crazy thing. It's a crazy, crazy thing to witness. It's a crazy thing to do. Despite the fact that it's all we've done forever. It's the first thing we started doing. It's what we've always been doing. But somehow it's still insane. Magical. Wonderful. Anyway, they built the Olympics around us. We didn't know they were going to build the Olympics around us, but they did. We were in that place from 2008 to then. We were there for 4 years, I believe it was. 4 or 5 years, 2007, 2008. For the second period of Akira the Don, I would say that there's been 3. I would say there's been 3. And that was the second period of Akira the Don. And we were living in Hackney Wick, and I was making shitloads of mixtapes, and I was making a lot of music, and Nasty was around all the time. We were making rap songs, and I was doing 24-hour live streams, and smoking up all the Chili Gonzalez's weed, like I told you about last week. You know, it was like running a little enterprise. The house was full of boxes of T-shirts. We were posting out to people, and they built the Olympics around us, and that place in the middle of the swamp, in the middle of nowhere, went from being this abandoned thing with nothing going on to the humming heart of London and the humming heart of the world. There were drones like buzzing outside our window that looked like giant bees. It was very, very strange. Like, the conspiratorial community were convinced that a staged alien invasion was going to occur. Right there at the Olympics, and the fact that the Olympic mascots were weird aliens, and the stage was built like a big strange spaceship thing, all of this added to the clamor. This was the peak of the last sort of psychedelic period before it swung back into materialist concerns, which is what the culture has been concerned with for the past 7, 8 years. But anyway, Tokyo 2020. We're back in psychedelic period. It's Akira time. It's going to be nuts, and I want to be there. And I want you guys there to be there with me. We're all on a journey together, brothers and sisters. That's how I feel. I feel we're all on a journey together. And it's a goddamn exciting journey. The birth of a baby is a miraculous event in anyone's life, says Roberto Sanchez. And Roberto Sanchez is correct. He's correct. He's so right. You know what the sad thing about Christmas... The ending is no more Christmas music. Sourcewave radio is going to convert to non-Christmas music, and you know, you're going to have to listen to something other than Meaningwave Christmas. Meaningwave Christmas has got some great records on it, but you know what the wonderful thing about that is? It means it's kind of like you can get excited about next Christmas because you get to listen to Meaningwave Christmas all Christmas again. And I might make Meaningwave Christmas 2. And I might make Lo-Fi Christmas 3. Hey, who knows? Anyway, yeah. Iron Firehose says, Hercules was born at home? That's awesome. I had both of my babies at home before it was even legal. It's definitely the way to go. Yes. What do you mean before it was legal? What? What do you mean before it was legal? Was it at one point illegal to have children at home? What the fuck? That doesn't make any sense! Hospitals are a stupid place to have kids, I swear down, right? They make you lie on your back. That's a stupid way to have a baby. You try it like taking a shit lying down. Sort of horrible analogy there. My apologies to everyone. But seriously, yo, it was nice having our baby at home, right? Charlotte got to have whatever music she wanted on. When she got sick of like being in pain in the living room, she could run into the bathroom, stick a leg up on the bath, motherfucker, like that. You know what I mean? It was dope, man. It was dope. She was like, right, I want to hear Leonard Cohen now, so we put some Leonard Cohen on. And then she's like, I want to hear Aha, so we put Aha on. Yo, it's dope, man. I fully advise it. Yeah. So we had Hercules at home, and of course now we're homeschooling him because, like, have you seen the shit they're trying to teach children at school these days? Oh my god. Oh my god. Yo, 2 + 2 does not equal 5, you fucking weirdos. Holy shit. Sorry if Hercules, if you're at home listening to this, Daddy just swore. I was very good last week because Hercules was right next to me, so I didn't swear. Without Hercules next to me, I swear. I just need to have Hercules next to me at all times to make me a better man. By the way, I don't know if you all saw, slight diversion. A study came out today, or a report or whatever. Everyone's going batshit over it on Twitter. It's hilarious. They're like, this thing about the wage gap, it's really weird. Turns out that single women and single men and like married women all make the same money, but married men make like nearly twice as much. That's really crazy. Why would that be? They're calling it a strange wrinkle. You fucking morons! Morons! Why do we have to keep explaining to modern people stuff that people have known since the dawn of man? Why should it be shocking to you that a married man would make more than an unmarried man or an unmarried woman? A married man has just taken on the responsibility of providing for his family. Therefore, his whole mindset has just shifted, and he's gonna make a bunch more money. If he doesn't, he's not a man. He's a fucking moron. Jesus. How is that so difficult to understand? This is what men do. Men adopt responsibility and then provide. Duh. Marriage is sort of that's like a symbolic form of that having taken place. It happened to me, man. It wasn't even like it wasn't even conscious. Like I got married and it's like, oh shit, I'm making more money. How did that happen? Oh, I'm paying more attention. Oh, I'm taking things more seriously. Oh, I'm doing things like renaming my album Lo-Fi Beats so that more people hear it. Crazy. Wow. Jesus Christ. Ugh, Avi. Tom, where's Tom? He asked an interesting question. Have you heard of Frank Yang? No. Do I like Nassim Nicholas Taleb? I love that man. I love that man. I love that anti-fragile cutie. That little beast. Oh, I love that man. Yes. Yes. Of course there's a wave of that man coming. Of course there is. James Atkins said, I made a Christmas film and I replay it every Christmas, so it's a gift that keeps on giving. Oh man, that just made me cry. I didn't actually physically cry, but I felt the little cry surge. Did. Oh my god, I was watching that new Netflix movie, me and Charlotte and Hercules. We watched the Kurt Russell Christmas movie. Can't remember what it's called. It's so good. It's so wholesome. It's so beautiful. Honestly, it's amazing. Oh my god. It's like, you know, when you're like, oh man, they don't make films like that anymore. Like nice films, just characters, just humans, just beautiful stories of like, you know, love and human stuff. Shit, they did. And it's got like no NPC weirdness in it. I can't believe it. Like Santa's like Santa. He's like talking in like Nordic or whatever the fuck. Like he's married happily. He's like cool. He's a nice guy. He's Christmassy as fuck. They got a family and the kids in it are like just like nice kids, and obviously one of them's got a problem, but it's like it's not like anyway, it's just it was really good, man. It was really wholesome. It was really beautiful. I recommend that shit highly. So yeah, and the reason I thought of that was because like the girl in it is running around with a video camera making like Christmas films, and the family make a Christmas film every year of their Christmas, and I was like, shit, why don't we do that? I mean, I took little videos, you know what I mean, a couple of little videos, but like I didn't actively go, right, you know, family Christmas, let's be Christmassy. I wish I had. I'm going to do that every year from now on. I'm crying now internally, by the way. Crying internally. Charlotte has got some questions. Okay, fine. How did you do so much this year? Good question. Who asked it? Anyway, we'll get onto that in a minute. Jocko Wave album when? Ha ha ha. Next. Okay, next. That's what I'm saying on that. Next. The next album is Jocko Wave, so very soon. 3. Tell us about how you got into the mindset where you made so many in 2018. Yeah, okay, I will in a minute. Someone else asked, I don't know who, will YouTube end in 2019 because the EU banned memes? The EU is a meme. The EU is a meme. The UK is a meme. Europe is a meme. Yo, shouts out to everyone in Europe. I love you guys, man. Fucking, I pray for you. I pray for you. Yo, let's have a little quick prayer. This is the Church of Meaning. I'm Bishop Don Magic Don. Yo, all right. Quick prayer. Hey, yo, our Father who are, you know, everywhere because you're omnipotent and stuff. Yo, Europe needs you, baby. Europe needs you, man. Europe needs you. The UK needs you. You're right. That whole place is a goddamn meme. And it's no good to be a living meme. All right. It's funny once in a while. You know what I mean? We got a couple good living memes. Like, what was his name? Anyway, whatever, I can't remember. But yeah, come on, man. Come on, help out Europe. They need you, baby. All right, bless. Yo, where were we? Yeah. I don't know about YouTube, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's up with YouTube. YouTube seems to be trying to kill itself. All of the... I don't know. Eric Weinstein's got it right, man. I know a bunch of y'all hate on Eric Weinstein. And, but, like, he's got it right. When he talks about what's been going on with Patreon and all these things, is they went into full-blown panic mode, right? The powers that be. Over the past few years, Brexit, Trump, all of this stuff proved that they were unable to control the narrative and to control the people as well as they had done previously. And this is because of the internet, and it's because voices became loud on the internet that were voices that didn't have a space in society at that level previously. And the voice, like, it used to be that, you know, CNN could say some stuff and most people would believe it and you move on. Not now. Like, you know, there's people on Twitter who are considered fringe by the mainstream who are actually way more influential than the so-called mainstream. In fact, the so-called fringe is more influential than the so-called mainstream at this point. And that's really easy to observe. Just look at the engagement of, say, a CNN anchor versus a Dave Rubin or a Weinstein or a Peterson or a Candace Owens or a whoever, man. Like, it's very, very obvious. So they've been trying with various ways to kind of like cripple these things. So they went full, you know, InfoWars was very, very influential on the culture in general for the past 15 years, but certainly on the last election, definitely. So they outright removed that. And they went for that first because it's like easier to argue that these people should be got rid of because normies could be like convinced that they were evil. And so, oh yeah, we should stop evil people. Oh yeah. Obviously, this is foolish. Obviously, they're never going to stop there. And, of course, then they went for Gavin McInnes and so on and so forth. Then Patreon just outright says, okay, this, like, centrist British guy, we're just going to remove him and say, well, it's because of hate. When it's obvious to a moron that this is not... Anyway, what's obviously going on here, and Eric Weinstein has talked about, is a deliberate attempt by the powers that be to remove dissenting voices via financial institutions. So like Visa, MasterCard, PayPal, etc. are apparently sort of saying to websites, you know, oi, you shouldn't have these people on there. So the websites say, oh, sorry, Visa, MasterCard said. That's crazy, right? That's crazy. We got moved into a cashless society pretty much. We're almost there. And then suddenly the credit card companies, etc., are all working together to silence voices that are disagreed with. So yeah, that's what's going on, and that's why cryptocurrency is just necessary, and that's why, you know, that's why we're going in that direction, and that's why blockchain is very necessary, and that's why you should follow Naval Ravikant. Because while this stuff is a bit tricky to get your head around, it's really important to be aware of and be paying attention to at this vital crossroad in our culture. This is definitely the best year to be alive in recorded human history. It's also a turning point, and if we go down the wrong street, we're fucked. If we go down the right street, we're saved. It really is that point. It really is what's going on. So yeah, 2018 was an amazing year. It was not just an amazing year, it was the most amazing year. The most amazing year. And I thought about this a bunch because I got an email of someone I used to work with. It was like one of those emails that people send to a bunch of people at the end of the year. And he was basically just bitching. He was like, da-da-da, this happened. My kids have grown up a bit now. That's nice. But 2018 will definitely go down as the worst year ever. But, you know, Trump's about to go to jail, so it's going to be okay. Shut the... Yo. Pull yourself together, man. Pull yourself together. Right, so, like, someone you don't like is the president, so it's the worst year ever. Oh, like... This is your brain on Guardian. This is your brain on Guardian. You live in paradise. You literally live at the peak of recorded human civilization, where more people across the world have access to clean water, education, not getting murdered, etc. More people have a higher quality of life than has ever happened before. More people have access to tools with which to express themselves, better themselves, provide for their family, actualize their inner fucking passions and talents, etc. than fucking ever before, than was ever imagined, than was ever deemed possible outside of some crazed utopian religious fantasy. And you're sat there saying, wow, it's worst year ever, worst year ever. Orange Man bad, worst year ever. Shut the fuck up. My God, how dare you, you ungrateful swine. How absolute dare you. And it's like, yo, we have living relatives who suffered war. There's people alive now who were in World War II. Are there people alive who were in World War I? Possibly. My nan is 95. You know, there's old motherfuckers out there. Yo, I mean, my point being that we are that close to actual horror, actual major league suffering, actual, you know what I mean? Like, yo, my nan saw the birth of the radio. The radio. The radio. I mean, shit. I remember when I was a little boy, there were outside toilets. This first school I went to didn't have a toilet inside it. It had like a weird outside one. You have to go out there in the cold and snow. God damn it. To take a piss. To take piss! It's mental. It's mental. By any definition, any reasonable definition, 2018 was the greatest year to be alive in the history of recorded civilization. God damn it. Motherfuckers is out there moaning about Orange Man bad. Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. It's very funny this week, watching people turn themselves inside out on their so-called principles. Imagine, just for a second, had the previous American president, Dr. Bam Bam, Akalakavaka, Balaclava, withdrawn from Syria and Afghanistan. Imagine, the president of peace. Oh my God, thank you. Praise the herald angels and all that stuff, right? Imagine. Jesus Christ. Watching people, like, I know, who, you know, so-called anti-war people, etc., twist themselves in circles to go, oh, actually, no, endless war is what we should be doing. Dick Cheney was right all along. It's crazy, man. It's crazy times. Crazy times. But anyway, that's divergent from the point. The point being, 2018 was the best year of all time. Wonderful year. Wonderful, wonderful year. It was a wonderful year for all the people who got pulled out of poverty. Somebody... anyway, I'm not going to go to that right now. It was a wonderful year for all the people who had children and didn't die in childbirth. It was a wonderful year for all the people who started businesses using technology in their houses that was previously only allowed to the very, very super, super rich. People were like just making money on these little devices, like loads of money. People were supporting their families on this stuff. People were escaping the rat race, right? Unprecedented numbers of people were escaping the rat race and becoming their own bosses and providing for their own families, right? With their own talents and their own skills, doing things that they love. It's true. They were. Loads of them were. Amazing. Amazing. And I definitely was. And what was that question someone was asking? Where is my little bubble of questions? Yeah. How did you do so much this year? Someone asked. Well, I did so much this year because I decided to do this much this year. That's how. I decided. And it wasn't, I mean, we made the plan in late February. So it wasn't the beginning, it was the whole, I mean, I had a much better mindset going into 2018 than I did going into 2017. Much better. And mindset is everything. But it was in late February that we put together a plan and we said, we're going to do this much. We're going to do this much. We're going to commit. My wife and I and Hercules, we committed as a family to doing this much. That's how we did so much. We said we were going to. We made a promise to ourselves and to you, and we stuck to it. Obviously, there's a lot more involved to it than that, but that's the core. That's the foundation. The foundation is we committed to the bit. And we did it. And it was wonderful, and it worked, okay? Yes. 3, tell us about how you got into the mindset where you made so many what? Albums? Good decisions? In 2018. How was this year different to previous years? Okay, yeah, right? Mindset. It was the mindset. It was the mindset. I say this a lot because it's true. Meaning is the motivation. All right? Meaning is the motivation. You have to have a solid ass foundation. You can't just go, right, I'm going to do loads of stuff, but you don't know why. You don't have a why. you don't have a foundation upon which to build your magnificent structure. All right, you've got to have that. Okay, but yeah, then you've got to have what you're going to do needs to be as clear a vision as possible. And that was a big difference. That was the big difference. Now, someone else asked something similar. Let me find where it was. I do this when I'm like on the way into the studio. I respond to comments and stuff, as many as I can. So I was doing that for like half an hour this morning. And somebody asked something relating to this. Moves through dog memes. I love how much beauty you put into your craft. Did it come naturally, or did you learn mostly on your own? Yeah, see? And the truth is, I've spent my whole life working my ass off to get where I am and to get as good as I am. But at the same time, I knew what I wanted to do. I had, like, from as long as I can remember. I knew I loved certain stuff very specifically, and I knew what I wanted to dedicate my life to it. So it's a bit of both, I guess, because I knew from very early, and I worked my dick off from very early, and I stayed on the path from very early. Now, what I didn't have that I do have now, there's two things. One thing is the motivational aspect, and that is the family. And I consider you guys part of the family, by the way. That's why I like someone at Hercules' fammed on idea. I like that. But having like a wife and a child is incredible motivation, as we were saying earlier with regards to that study. It's like, one, you got a wife, you need to be, creating a home situation for you to exist in, and you've got a kid. Not only do you need to be supporting the kid, basic shit like toothpaste, you also want to be the best version of yourself, so that kid has got something to aspire to. You know, you don't want to be the lame version of yourself, because then your kid turns out that way. You got to be, and you know that fundamentally, inherently. So like the family, having a family is an incredible motivation. Have a family, the earlier the better. I don't give a fuck. And yeah, but then the other thing is clarity of vision. And a clarity of vision is key, and I didn't have clarity of vision. I had a blurry vision. I knew what I wanted to do vaguely. I knew what I wanted to work in vaguely. I knew what I loved. But, I knew I wanted to make music. I knew I was all that stuff. But it was all a bit wishy-washy, and it was all a bit like deluded. I was deluded, brothers and sisters. I was a deluded person. I thought, well, if I just keep going, something good will happen. One of these songs will get picked up for an advert or something, and that'll pay for the stuff, or something will just randomly go viral, maybe, or something. I was deluded, man. And it was also I didn't have a system. I just had these goals, and they were kind of fuzzy goals. And shouts out to Scott Adams, because he really got me into the systems over goals mindset. And that's really powerful, right? Because if you've got a goal, if all you have is a goal, all the time you're working towards that goal, you haven't achieved that goal, therefore you're a loser. And then when you do achieve the goal, it's a bit like, all right, well, now what? All right? Whereas if you put in place systems which move you towards your goal or goals, then every time you enact that system and successfully, do that system, execute that system, you've won. So you're in a constant state of winning, and you're in a constant state of doing. And every time you do, that's another chance that you could win. It's another shot at bat. Every time you get out of bed, that's an opportunity for a shot at bat. So every time I do a podcast, every time I release a song, every time I compose a piece of writing, every time I do one of these things, that's a shot. That's a victory. Every single one of them is a victory. It used to be that I would spend ages and ages, I'd make an album, then I'd be like trying to release the album, and I wouldn't have all the infrastructure I wanted, and then I used to be sad on release day, because it'd be like, it's just not, doing as well as I would want it to do. I don't have a team, I don't have an agent, I don't have a press officer. It was all this lax stuff. Oh, I don't have this, oh, I don't have that, oh, it hasn't reached all the people I wanted it to, oh, da. Now I release something, it's a victory, because I released it. That was the plan. The plan was to release it. The plan was to make it and release it, then move on and make something even better, and keep doing that. Boom, boom, boom. Ride the wave, keep moving, stay in the zone, right? Just get in the zone, stay in the zone, keep moving like a fucking shark. Boom. And that's what I've been doing all year, and it's been wonderful. Every release has been a victory. Every release day has been a joy. Everything has been a blessing. It's been because my mindset fundamentally shifted, and I operated from a place of meaning, and I stuck to the fucking plan, and I kept moving, and you guys are all here, and you kept coming, and more of you kept coming as a result of all this action, right? And that's been a wonderful, wonderful thing. So yeah, that kind of answers that question. Where is Hercules? Someone's asking. Hercules is at home. Shiteyux, and he wouldn't appreciate your username. But yes, Hercules is at home with his mama. She's at home too. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's up. Mexican jumping bean. I'll be helping out as much as I can. Hashtag Team Don. Yo, I love you and I love that hashtag. Thank you very much. Yeah. What's going on? Is the internet gone again? Oh, whatever. Here we are. Anyway, yeah, so 2018 was an amazing year for everybody. And guess what? Not for everybody. I mean, some people had a bad time. That's inevitable. Life is suffering. Life is suffering. That does not discount the fact that there is more opportunity for more people right now at this point in history than there ever has been before. And opportunity and recognition of that opportunity is key. That's the fucking key. That's the key. That's the key mindset shift that we should all make. And if we all made, everything would be different. It would be a better world instantly. If, rather than, as I was just talking about on my release days previously, all I could see was what was not there. Oh, don't have a press officer. Oh, don't have this. Don't have a, like, the press isn't writing about this. Or I don't have a billboard. Or, oh, I don't have this stuff that other artists have. That's all I could see. I had it completely fucking upside down. Completely upside down. Because what I had an album. I'd made an album. I'd had the opportunity and the ability to make a piece of music. This is something that was not afforded to humans before. It was not the case that fucking proles of my lineage, of my stock, of my upbringing did not have access to such wonders in the whole of human history. Suddenly I can make an album and put it out. That's a miracle. All I could see was what I didn't have. What I had was everything. I had food and shelter. I had fans. I had people who wanted to hear the music. I didn't have as many as One Direction. Oh, boo-hoo. Like, holy shit. I had it all backwards. So shit is way better now because I'm seeing it correct. I'm seeing what I do have. And once you start seeing what you do have, it really starts stacking up because you're like, oh shit, I've got that. Oh, I've got that too. Oh, I've got that. Oh, I've got that. And then you're just walking around being like, damn, motherfucker, I'm the king. Holy shit. You know what I mean? You'd be like slinging dick from fucking here to Carolina. Just be like banging around the place like, wow, wow. Just like feeling like a goddamn king. When you feel like a king, you can do anything, brothers and sisters. And we can all do this, right? Because we are all operating from a position of absolute outrageous abundance and prosperity if we are to compare ourselves to our ancestors, to our forebearers. And so you go, okay, don't compare yourself to other people, compare yourself to who you are, to yourself, but yesterday. And guess what? That applies to ancestry. Okay, so it's like, all right, yeah, don't be comparing yourself to Ice Cube, because you ain't Ice Cube, motherfucker. But you are you. But you know who else is you? Your grandfather is you, and his grandfather is you. You compare yourself to you can compare yourself to your lineage. That's a smart thing to do, because then you can really see where you are, and you can really go, holy shit, we're doing good, baby, we're doing good. All right, but you can also see where you're not doing good, because if you go, hang on, my grandfather could go down the pub and speak his mind, but I can't. That's a worrying thing, and you need to get that shit in check. All right. So that's where that shit is useful. So yeah, I think, you know, if we all operate from a position of you know, what do we have, and what do we have And who are we compared to who we were yesterday? And who are we compared to our grandfather? And so on and so forth. Then instantly the world becomes a better place. The butterfly effect of that is crazy. All right. So yeah, that's one of the reasons I'm really excited for where we're going, because it's just happening. That's just happening. That's happening. It's a direct result of where we're at as a species, is that. So this is a wonderful thing. Now, anything going in the chat I should be paying attention to? Thank you, Teresa the Kid, for that dollar. You cutie. You cutie. Bless your soul. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. Yeah. Death Dragon says, Akira, love you, man. Well, I love you too, Death Dragon. I love you too. Oh, shit. Oh, man. And we're out of time. Oops. Oops. Do you know what? Because we were late, I'll stay for an extra like 10 minutes and answer all these questions. Wifey, if you're still locked in at home, please send me through questions that have been in the chat. If you've seen any, attach names if you could. Love you, sweetie. Tom Badgiotas, how did you clarify your vision? That's a good question. How did you clarify your vision? How did I clarify my vision? All right, you want to be asking yourself some questions. All right, you want to be asking yourself some questions. All right, who are you? What do you want to achieve? What do you want your effect on the world to be? Who do you want to be in the eyes of your children? Who do you want to be in the eyes of their children? Shabba. And, you know, another great bit of advice I got was from James Altoucher. James Altoucher said, look at what's working, look at what you're doing, look at what's work. Try a bunch, you know, he's like, try stuff, do stuff, work out what you love, and then do stuff related to that. Do it, and then look at what's working. And quadruple down on what's working. Quadruple down. Quadruple down. That's what I did. I quadrupled down. I said, all right, what do I want to achieve? What do I want to do? Like, you know, and quadruple down. Go all in is another way of putting it. Go all in. You know, go all in. And that's what we did. We went all in. All in. You know, for me personally, it's like, okay, obviously, like, you know, I love music. I love making music. I love communicating. I love performing. And I love people, and I love humanity. I love us as a species, and I believe in us, and I want us to achieve our fullest potential. I want to be involved in that. How can I use, you know, I've spent my whole life becoming what I am and getting good at what I do, and I've sacrificed everything to do that. How can I take this stuff and better, how can I use it to help us go to fucking Mars? Which is kind of a metaphor for us achieving our potential, but I do actually believe that going to Mars is a part of that. So it's like, how can I do that, and how can I maximize that? It's part. That's this hyper productivity, hyper efficiency thing. It's like, how can I best maximize my efforts? All right. So if I've decided, okay, well, making music is what I'm good, making and playing music. And you know, bringing people transcendent experiences. You know, the soundtrack is half of a movie at least. You know what I mean? Watch a movie on silent and it's, what is it? Okay, so music's a really important thing. The soundtrack of your life is a really important part of your life. So if I'm going to dedicate myself to soundtracking your life in the greatest way possible and creating the most powerful, magnificent, wonderful soundtrack for your life as possible, okay, boom, that's a noble aim, right? And then it's like, but how can I maximize that? How can I do that as much as possible to the greatest ability possible without sacrificing quality? You know what I mean? And that's a noble ass aim. God damn it. And that's what I'm doing. Okay. Charlotte's just sent through some questions. Thank you, Charlotte. What was the hardest thing to get used to when you first moved to LA? Slang? Transportation? Mexican jumping bean? No. Sorry. Said Mexican jumping bean. Yeah, the hardest thing to get used to was Mexican jumping bean. There was nothing hard to get used to. I said this at the beginning of the of this broadcast. Human beings adapt. That's what they do. You chuck a human being in a volcano, he'll work it out. Well, you might die, but he'll probably work it out. You know, you chuck me in LA, I worked it out. The hardest thing when I first moved here was I moved here without my family. I had to come out here first and get everything cracking and get work and get it together. So that was the hardest thing. The hardest thing was being apart from Charlotte and Hercules. But aside from that, it was easy, man. It's easy. We're humans. We can deal with anything. Jesus Christ, we've dealt with so much. Everything we deal with now is nothing compared to what we already dealt with as a species. We already did all the hard shit. We lived in flipping caves. You know what I mean? We were in gulags. We've dragged fucking boulders up the sides of mountains. We've done the hard shit. Like, now this is the easy bit. Now, this is the bit where we get to, you know, stand on the shoulders of giants and fucking tickle the stars. We're in tickle the stars phase right now. I mean, this is dope. We're about to go into butterfly season. We've done the hard stuff. Now, that's not to say there isn't hard stuff still to do, but we've done really hard shit, man. What we're doing now is easy. Do you have an ETA for JBP Wave 7? Yes. Do you have any plans for McKenna or Watts? Yes. All of this stuff. Yes. Yes, I do. JBP Wave 7 in January. Jocko album in January. Those are the two things I can give you now. I have other things to give you, but those things I can give you. It's going to be a great year. Apparently there's some good questions to answer in the Discord, so let me get through. Shouts out to Sir Peppers. Sir Peppers sent through these questions, I believe. He's a bad motherfucker. There you go. Abeli. I was tempted to engage in comment flame war under positive post thanking men for small deeds they do or don't do. Wife resolved the tension by pointing out that I want to respond to the initial message and amplify that and not engage in right-wrong battle in the comments section. What are the ways to amplify a good message? That's a good question. That's a good question. All right, 1. I have not engaged in an argument on the internet since 2003. That's one of my major accomplishments. Right? That's one of my major accomplishments. I have not engaged in an argument on the internet since 2003. I believe that was the year. And I used to get involved in a lot of arguments on the internet. Now I don't. Guess why? It's pointless. You don't change anyone's mind. All you do is add to the noise. And, you know, there's an old saying. Jay-Z said it pretty well. He didn't invent it. But be careful with whom. Okay, but yo, fucking if you're watching two motherfuckers arguing from afar, you can't tell who's the fool. You just see two people arguing. You don't know which one's right or wrong. It's whatever. Anyway, noise. We don't need the noise. Doesn't help anyone or anything. If you see someone make a good point, I guess you could press like. I guess you could leave a comment saying, that's a good point. What a wonderful point, and add to it in a positive, useful way. Maybe add to their point. What was this instance? Thanking men for small deeds they do or don't do. Yeah, leave a comment saying, yeah, thank you men for building all those goddamn roads. Because guess who built those roads? It wasn't women. It was men. Men do shitty stuff like build roads. All right. Women do shitty stuff like, I can't know. It's not shitty. It's beautiful actually. Do you know what? Building a road is a beautiful goddamn thing. That's not a shitty. It's hard. It's hard, but it's beautiful. Giving birth to a child is hard, but it's beautiful. You know, man, we all have our part to play. And some men's part to play is building roads. And shouts out to them. So you could leave a comment saying, thank you, men, for building those nice roads. That was very nice. And or you could, you know, leave your own comments, start your own message threads, saying similarly positive, nice things. But yeah, stay out of the Flame Wars. The Flame Wars are rubbish, just like the Clone Wars was rubbish. That sucked. What a terrible movie. Flame Wars, rubbish. Pointless. No, not useful. What you want to do is lead by example and leave positive things in the world. I've seen someone who's very good at this, right? Jocko. My guy Jocko, Captain Good. People would be sending him mean messages like, you know, he'll put out a positive message and someone will try and like derail it, like, oh, you're just toxic male, you're in the military, you're a thug, or whatever. He only ever answers with kindness, you know. He only ever replies with kindness and civility and gentlemanliness. And it's just a beautiful thing to witness because it completely fucks them up. Completely fucks them up because they think, oh, this thug, I'll go at him and he'll swear at me, or he'll come back at me with a fight. And then I can be like, yeah, I got this big thug-ass, like, you know, commando, whatever, into a fight. Nah, it doesn't work. Jocko, just be like, have a good day, sir. Bless you and your family. Boom! That's what you do, baby. That's what you do. You kill them with kindness. Kindness kills them. Like, nothing shows these swine for what they are more than themselves, all right? And more than their response to civility and kindness and niceness. And the way you defeat them is you be nice and civil and kind, all right? In this age of unprecedented incivility, like I say, it's the best point of time to be alive as a human ever. And that, with it, comes with things, you know, that means that people get to bitch and moan. When you're living in the lap of luxury, you got to find shit to complain about, you know, and they are. But what you do is you just be a fucking nice motherfucker, man. You be civil as fuck. You hug people. Someone comes at you with some mean shit on the internet, you be nice to them, or just keep it moving. You can ignore them, or you could just be nice to them. Send them a hug, you know. That'll fuck them up. That'll fuck, because like if you get involved in a war with them, that's what they want. That's what they want. So that they can like respond with their carefully rehearsed Joss Whedonisms, their Jon Stewart times Joss Whedon speak that nobody does in real life, but they all do on the internet, and it's very strange to observe. But you know, they're just itching for a chance to copy paste some shit that Joss Whedon said. Don't give him that chance. Give him a hug. Synapsian says, if America is one of the greatest countries and societies, and I agree it's very good, are there particular states or cities you find most awesome, or places that really stand out in your opinion? Well, I live in California, and I've previously lived in New York, and that's about it, man. I've been to Baltimore. I haven't investigated this country as much as I would like. I look forward to investigating it way more. But I live in California, and you know, if you live, some people would say that California is like the worst state. Apparently, it has the worst standard of living in the country or something. You know, and I live here, and here's wonderful. So if here is the worst, then my God, Texas must be a fucking paradise. Yeah. Genghis Khan says, yo, I love your beats. Keep it up. Any more Alan Watts in the works? Yes, definitely. Definitely. Watts Wave 5 is coming very soon. Yes. Death Grim, what up, baby? Says, you have vinyl records of your work from Alpha to current Amiga available. I was hooked all the way from Living in the Future. Oh, bless you. Bless you! Living in the Future was like, what was that, like my third single back in 2004? So yeah, I love you, baby. Thank you for being here. The vinyl I had is in storage in the UK. But yeah, we're getting to the point where vinyl is coming. Yeah, here's the thing. Let me know if you want vinyl. Let me know if you want vinyl. Go on the Discord and type vinyl. Tweet me and say vinyl. If I get a good idea of the amount of vinyl people want, then we can get on a vinyl project. So let's do that. Yes. Okay, I think that was all the Discord questions. I think that was good. Oh, okay, Charlotte just sent through another one. Heimedel's Gate. Would you consider me and Bully Hunter an argument? I don't think we were being rude, just more of a discussion. I don't know what was going on. Did I miss something? Was this happening in the chat? I wasn't staring at the chat because I was talking to you guys. It's like actually difficult to do two things at once. Who'd have thought it? But fuck it is, right? I can rub my head and pat my tummy. I can do that. Ow. Sort of. Not amazingly, but that's about it. Two things at once is very difficult. So yeah, if you guys were having an argument in the chat, that's good. I'm assuming it was civil. I'm assuming it was civilized. What was the argument? If someone could give me a recap, I could, you know, chime in. But as far as from what I can see, it was a discussion about whether or not this was the best time to be alive or something, maybe. And that's a valid discussion. I believe that it is. You may believe differently. Guess what? That's cool, baby. That's cool. And, you know, if you were here, we could have a discussion about it. I personally don't get involved in arguments on the internet, as I've said, because it rarely changes anyone's mind. Do you know what changes people's mind? Action. Yo, do you know what changes people's mind? Examples. Live as an example as best you can. And that's what I'd be trying to do right now. That's what I'd be trying to do. And I may falter sometimes. I may fail sometimes, but I keep trying, baby. And that's the important thing. You know, aim for the stars. You might hit the outer rim. You know, but if you don't aim at anything, well, guess what? You are aimless. You are aimless. God damn it. You need to aim. You need purpose. You need meaning. And that's what we do here at the Church of Meaning. We help bring meaning into this world and to you. To you and you and you and you and you and even you. Even you, you unlovable fuck. Bless your soul. I love you. We love you. The Meaning Wave community loves you. Famdon loves you. The Church of Meaning has a place for you. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. You are welcome here. You belong here. Yes, you do. Let us pray. Yo. So, yeah, our Father, who art on that sofa, because you everywhere, baby. Yes, you are. I see you. Yo, hallowed be all of your ting. It is good stuff. Thank you for all the good stuff. Thank you for this Christmas. It was a lovely Christmas. Thank you for this webcam. Thank you for this internet. Thank you for this internet. Holy crap, what great internet this is. This is some goddamn wonderful internet. I'm thankful for this internet. I really am. Bless it. And we pray today that we may continue to receive these blessings, and that those who do not feel this is the greatest time to be alive in recorded human history, we do not pray that they blindly agree with us, but we pray that they see and truly understand and appreciate the blessings that you have bestowed upon them. For they are incredible blessings, and it breaks my heart to think that there are people out there who have these blessings but do not see them. That do not see these blessings that are right in front of their eyes. I pray that they may see these blessings. Dear Holy Meaning Father. Amen. Boom! Yeah. Alright, boom. That was Akira the Don. This was the Church of Meaning. Yo, shouts out to you, shouts out to your family, shouts out to everything you've accomplished this year. I, for one, am proud of you. Alright, I am proud of you. We're going to be back here next week, next Thursday. We're going to be back here. Will it be 2019 then? If it is, then do you know what we'll talk about? We'll talk about how to make this the greatest year you've ever had. To make this next year even better, we're going to talk about how to make this the best year ever. Alright, this is going to be sick. I think we might have to coordinate with the path on the Discord channel. We're going to set ourselves goals for the whole year. We're going to set ourselves a plan to make this the greatest year that civilization has ever known. Yes, we can do it together. We can have an effect, brothers and sisters. We can have a Major League Wubs effect on the whole goddamn universe. Yes, we can. We're going to do it. It's going to be great. Okay, boom, let's go. Proud of you, 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 proud of you. And guess what? Proud of you! Thank you for being here. Yeah. Sweet dreams.